What else might I do? I might run into someone I know, and I'll say, "Oh, hey, how you doing? This is my new girlfriend. We just met 5-10 minutes." Run into someone. This is my new girlfriend. I could then run into someone else, and I'll increase it even more. Say, "Oh, this is my fiance." I'll say to someone, "Don't we look good together? Don't we make a good couple?" So I'm stacking all of this stuff, but she has to think about it. She has to think about, do we make a good couple? Every time I say something, it has to go through her mind. I will call her sweet pea, pumpkin, darling, baby, and it's done tongue-in-cheek. It's done so early, but it still has all those associations. It's still, everyone wants to be called that. Everyone wants to feel that stuff there. But it's safe, because if I went up to her and I honestly said, "You know what, I know we've just met, but I think I'm in love with you." If I said that seriously, what's she thinking? Stalker, weirdo, nutcase,
Cheesy.
Yeah, cheesy. She's going to be really scared to give this guy a number to let him do anything. But if it's done tongue-in-cheek, it lets her feel the same emotion, the positive emotion, but with safety in there, because she knows I don't really mean it. And in some way, it kind of teases her and makes her crave the real thing. If you constantly give a woman tongue-in-cheek romanticism, what she's going to crave is real romanticism from you. She's like, "Why doesn't he mean it?" That's what she's going to start thinking after a while. And every time you're doing it, and she's kind of, "Oh, he isn't joking." And she wants it to be real, but every time it's just more of the same. I also use tongue-in-cheek romanticism to promote feelings of safety and, the fact that I'm going to be there for her. So we might be outside and I'm like, "Oh, you're cold, darling, I'll keep you warm, don't worry." Or we're crossing a road, or people kind of, nearly spill a drink on her. I'm like, "Oh, baby, I'll protect you, don't worry." And it's all done like that. It's all done tongue-in-cheek. But again, you're setting yourself there as someone that will look after her and protect her. But because it's done in a non-serious way, first, you'll want it to be serious, and second, it makes it totally safe for her to just enjoy the feeling. And it's also a bit cocky funny, so you might have a situation where she gets irritated, but in a way that builds attraction. The third conversational element is probably my favourite one. In fact, it definitely is. It's the one where I'm having the most fun and I'm probably building the most attraction. And I call this the irresistible arsehole. What you're doing is you're setting yourself as that player guy, that bad boy guy, but you're doing it in a way where it's slightly tongue-in-cheek, it's not totally serious, but it's still building attraction in the same way that guy would. So the elements that are at play here is you're being totally unpredictable, you're making her laugh, and you're creating a situation that builds attraction. When I say unpredictable, if you look at my responses, I'm going to give you a few examples, but if you look at my responses, it's never going to be the standard expected response. So she's going to be in a conversation that she expects to go a certain way because she's had it plenty of times, and it's going to keep getting thrown off track, but always in an interesting way, always in a way that builds attraction and, just gives her an experience that she's not used to having. It also shows a lot of confidence because a lot of the stuff is not that safe. It's not the safe, easy way to play things. So by doing that, you're showing that you can take it or leave it. You're showing that you're funny, you're showing that you're interesting, that you've got a different way of thinking about things. And again, it's doing that really important thing, which is giving her a unique experience that she's not going to have with other guys. She's probably never had a conversation like this. So I'm going to give you a bunch of examples right now. So sometimes a girl's talking and you could do something like this.
So did you like the film?
What?
What was your favourite part?
I don't know. What about you? What did you think?
I love pretty much everything. What was your favourite part?
What?
Why are you not talking?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening there. Sorry. I am a really good listener, usually. I really am. Sorry, I'm a really good listener. Sorry, carry on.
Yes.
Shut up. Often you're talking to a girl and she tries to put herself as different to the other girls. So she might say that she's, not that easy or not a slag or whatever. So
yeah, I've had a few boyfriends, but I'm not really that easy. I don't give it up.
Oh, you're not? Oh, no. That's terrible. What if you've had a few drinks?
No.
No? All right. So the traditional response would be good. But what you're saying is, oh, no. So again, you're painting yourself as that player, the guy that just wants that easy lay. But because it's done tongue-in-cheek, she's not going to believe it. When you use a lot of this stuff on a girl, she might feel that she needs to raise her value. And the way girls often raise their value is they tell you something that you should be impressed with. So what might you say?
Well, surprised or not, I've been training to become an architect.
An architect?
Yeah, really passionate about it.
What's the point? Why don't you just quit and become a stripper? So again, she's used to the response of guys saying, oh, really? An architect? Oh, wow. What kind of buildings would you design? Or what's your favourite building in London? That's what she's used to. And again, you're going to have the totally off-the-wall response. Something to put in here is that you can then go back and connect with her. So she might have said that, and I make the joke of it first of all, but then I can come with the traditional response, and I can try and connect with her on it. So you are going to be showing different elements, but right now I'm just showing the irresistible arsehole response, which is one element of your character that you're going to show. You know what? Have you ever met one of those really horrible guys who's just an arsehole, sleeps with all the girls and never calls them again?
No.
No? Oh, it's your lucky day. I'm Richard. How you doing?
I would probably say my worst experience was my last boyfriend. I mean, I would take him out to events with me.
Yeah.
And on a sly one, he would try and chat up all my friends and try to sleep with them.
Oh my God, that is amazing. What a baller. How cool is that? Well,
it's
cool guy.
heartbreaking, really.
Yeah, never mind that, but it's pretty cool, you have to admit.
I used to have this friend, and I think she may have been envious, but she used to always try and sleep with all of my boyfriends and try and get them on their own. Such a slag.
Oh, that's terrible. What was her name?
Maria.
All right, cool. You still got her number? Is she on Facebook? What's
she
up
is
to?
as well.
She's not here tonight, is she?
No. Do you have a Facebook account?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, because I'm going to add you later.
All right, I'll probably accept you, but I'm going to put you on limited profile, so you're only going to be able to see my hand.
You're not serious.
What's your name again?
Jasmaya.
Jasmaya, yeah? All right, cool. I'm just going to introduce you to my friends. Hey, Mark, this is Margaret. Margaret, this is Mark. All right, come meet my other friend. Bob, come and meet Nicola from pussy.com.
Oh, my.
You know what? Your skin is so soft. You feel like a slug.
Thanks. I really, really like your shirt.
Of course you do. You're only human.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is nice, though.
Yeah, obviously. Again, not the traditional response. It's a compliment. I should give her one back. So a lot of the time a woman gives a compliment, she's fishing for one for herself, she's not going to get it. You know what? You look totally amazing.
Thanks.
Almost like a female version of me. Hey, where are you from, by the way?
Australia.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. So did you watch EastEnders last night?
Never mind that. Have you got a fantasy about making love in like toilet in Movida?
I didn't until now, I guess.
All right, amazing. You look different. Have you shaved your pussy? If you want to be a real irresistible arsehole, you might even do something like this. So you're going to kiss the girl. It's like kissing my mum.
Heartbreaking.
The fourth element at play in my conversations is one of honesty. So if you think about tongue-in-cheek romanticism and you think about the irresistible arsehole, what they are is they're deviations from what's expected, and they're also not serious. So if you did it solely, you might be seen as a guy that is just this guy that just can't be serious, can't get an honest answer, and you can't find anything out about, can't connect with. And that might be fine in some situations, but something nice to include would be honesty, and that's my fourth element. So the way it goes is like this. If she asks me a question, so she might ask me if there's other women, I could use, for example, the tongue-in-cheek romantic answer. I could say, no, of course not, baby. You know you're the only girl for me. You know, like that. Tongue-in-cheek romantic, or you might be the irresistible arsehole, and you might say, yeah, of course, you know. You might play it up, you know, this week, well, I don't know. I might actually have to go at 3, I've got another girl coming around. You know, you can really play up that arsehole element, but after a time you want to be honest. So the first response could be arsehole, tongue-in-cheek, basically evasive, but evasive in a way that adds attraction. But then the second response could be the real response. So if she's asked you about whether you're a player or not, you could give that response first, and then you're going to give an honest response where you say something like, you know what, honestly, I am dating a few girls, but I am a guy that can be monogamous, and I really like having girlfriends. When I meet a girl that I like, you know, I don't cheat on her, I treat her really well, but in the meantime, I'll be honest, you know, and I'll say if I'm dating other girls, and you know, everyone will always know the whole situation. So you'll say something like that, and she'll really feel it, she'll believe it, and it's because you're showing that you're not always just saying what she wants to hear. But if you keep being evasive the whole time, she wonders what you've got to hide. So at some point, it's nice to be honest. Another example might be where she says, you know, when she said she was training to be an architect and you were an irresistible arsehole about it, you could then back off and say, no, but seriously, I think that's really cool, actually. And then ask her a question about it and connect with it. What it means is that you're giving her, she never knows when it's going to come, but there's going to be some unpredictability. She's not going to be able to pin you down. But when it's something she cares about and something you want to connect with, or something you have a genuine opinion about, you can be honest about it. And that way you're ticking all of the boxes, and she's going to trust you, you're going to build that connection, but you're going to keep it interesting the whole time as well. So I think a lot of guys mess up when, you know, the good example is when a girl asks, what do you do? And he says, I'm a mobile, portable cigarette lighter, disposable cigarette lighter repairman, or I'm an arse model, or whatever it is. He has these silly responses. And it all goes wrong when he wants to keep going down that, like, no, seriously, I am. You know, I work at McDonald's, I was the employee of the month, and he keeps going down that track and he won't tell her the truth. The key thing is to only use that once as an attraction spike to make her think, oh, this guy can be funny, this guy is, you know, interesting. But you don't want to get into the situation when she thinks you're evasive, she can't believe a word you say, and she doesn't trust you. So at some point, it's good to switch to honest. So I'll normally give one evasive response that builds attraction, and then one honest response that builds connection and trust. The third element of